Right, ebusan mu bibia kwaba mfamra to kenis and blood so e YouTube so ase ebusan for ya ba so jua ensem ahodo a ekoso e Ghana se ne be so mehwefo ene atifu nya ebusan no kase no de tie nyina se chama Wontumi chairman chese ne ho aka adwempa ya ensem ni nyina ne nchiremu ne se yese after search as yetimi esu no mu search as illegal mining na ekoso e wo ye oman Ghana se no nensa ehya hase bi no ana sese mpenfo se de bi ni sika sem kora se de osi kire ni sika ne yente ase ebeka ya bere bi atwem oba any TV ne so ekwa se ono nko ana chese kurumu a owo gold bars ene de eka ho no ana sese me ne kase no yese chama Wontumi gise ye freeze e bank account ansa na chese yetimi atwa so edensem ahodo bia ne yenko gise ansem nyina nchemu emfambra medin erekwam gentle
opposition mu oyini hu free Mayor Amakofi-Boa. He placed himself of the Western region. He knows what Galamsey can do. At that moment, he wasn't doing politics. He has left that zone. He was in that zone that was realistic, that this needs to be tackled. So this is not a joke. It is not politics as usual. This is a national disaster which was brought upon us by the NPP, led by Chairman Wontumi, Kate Jemfua, Samuel Wuku, Kojo Ponkroma, Gabi Ochredakun. This was led by Lord Kome. This is a disaster. This is genocide inflicted upon us by a political party called the NPP. So unless Unia Badaye, you don't have empathy and sympathy to understand what we are talking about. Obi a wawu Ghana, yewu no Ghana, or waba Ghana, na adwene ne se obewu amiesie do Ghana no. When you see this kind of destruction, it hurts you. Ekire wo nya nipa. Ekire wo ya aboa. Ekire wo ma politics ejimu. Ekire you want to tell me the past 8 years we were not in Ghana. Until when a young man, a young woman, because of politics, but not social media, ebekase, and the John Mahama unsolved Galamsey. Now it's a sani pano or sabua or see a chicken near what second one minimum. Because then they still don't understand how deep that cuts. They still think it is politics. They still think me party ni power anti. I was say me day. They still don't feel for the Ghanaian who is being killed by the actions of Omwankasa party. They still don't get it. They still see this as politics as usual. Now the minister has taken action. And the minister was what? Or say Lands Minister direct Minerals Commission to revoke Akonta Mining's lease for allegedly selling portions of the Tano Nimrim forest to illegal miners at 350,000 per concession. So, dear Chairman, Wontumi ya mumudu duwan monti asedeni. Maminye we na afi yenye CG story no. What is happening is say, enutina Chairman Wontumi sometimes no otumi jina TV so boso wakachire mo say, onye Galamsey bia, no Chinese is working for me. Go to court if you have evidence. The reason why it's here, Abuaba way, etimi bien anokasa asem chire Ghana for, even though Krampono, there was evidence on record, on file, say the Lands Commission clearly came out to tell Chairman Wontumi say he is doing illegal mining. The reason why Otuminya Saku could do the kasa asem, I mean, short trick, and that is something he has been doing for years. And it's Otuminya bold, no alternative to say, Minya Galamsey, what Chairman Wontumi does and say, Chairman Wontumi and then Akonta mining, they don't have a license or lease to mine. They don't have it. Now, Chairman Wontumi hides behind a prospecting license. Now, the prospecting license, different from a leasing license. Now, and our license to mine. Now, what Chairman Wontumi does and say, San Nimrim Forest, or the prospecting license, and or the koye eko boo assassin gumu, eko boo forest, So what he did is say, or the patapa and illegality, and or GBB a friend prospecting, or kotutuneni, or correction sances, say be a gold or baby, or who go in and san our ba, abekas okay, maybe young crata, add your license and the bed ebe to a good day. What he did was the NPP government, eman all the access, and he hid behind what we call prospecting license. It was just a license, and would do rural virgin forest and ukoko ho asase or the license e bu ekes to guye Now, do you know what he does? Orasa Sinimua say a 500 acre, and now 500 acres, whatever you want to call it. Now, or the Chinese for na ba, or the Chinese for na ba. Now, what sasina momo. Tie. Now, let me read something to you first before I continue this. Now, you see this document. A document, your friend of Minerals and Mining Act, as amended by Minerals and Mining Amendment Act 2019 Act 995, arrangement of sections. Now, sa act we and a chere so person oya mining organa, the also we any de nisa we. The emrana ma ho kwan any the emrana emma ho kwan. Now, this was what Chairman Wontumi did. Sebio, at this point, maybe children the secret. Anything or say, Obian to me jailino. Now, so share a year Minerals Mining Act now. Also, your ownership of minerals and cadastral system, minerals property of republic, compulsory acquisition of land available for application for minerals right. Now, so sa act we want. This is what you see. Let me read this part in show. Now, so section 14 of the Minerals Act now. This is what it says. A minerals right shall not in whole or in part be transferred. A minerals right shall not be in whole or in part be transferred, assigned, mortgaged, or otherwise encumbered or dealt in a manner without the prior approval in writing of the minister, which approval shall not be unreasonably withheld or given subject to unreasonable conditions. You see amount license for Ghana, say whether to prospecting license to mine. Emrani chere say sa license the mawo Kelvin Taylor, the mawo Chairman Wontumi a. Only the right to say sa license no obeka se wode ma obi edi akwakwa ye adwuma ana ode sublet obi ana say o ka say okay maje sa ade we midimu half may transfer lease we am asimesi sa we am akwaji lease wo ho 10 acres no may transfer half edi ama obi Ghana mrane kire say half o quarter o asase ni nyina no only the right to say obe transfer di ama obi. Say G now also fire den prospecting. G now also fire den fire mining. Emranitia, whether whole or half or piece. Emranitia say you need to go to the minister and take permission. You need to go to the minister for minister to write and sign and say you have been given the approval to do what? To sublet. To basically say what the assassin be mo be say or no so den or no so any den and mining was so into so prospecting license and now mining license emrano minerals act which say wontumi transfer ma obi a wontumi entwa assassin be mo be say wo so eye akwesi amankwa gene fire prospecting or gene mining was so emranitia. Now okay, point 2 now. This is what the point 2 says. Make sure be answer my church and I want to be the oye. Besides, which one is this? Where the minister has not given a decision in writing to the applicant within 30 days of receipt of an application for approval, the minister shall, upon a request from the applicant, give written reason to the applicant for the failure to communicate a decision on the application. So, Obi Kra Chokoma minister and said, Minister, Mina me Chairman Wontumi, Bream Forest no maji 50,000 acres. Na me pese me di ebima obi na ono so area mining anase ode prospecting na. Se minister na respond kra after 30 days the minister na respond there. That person still uni ho kwan say at the end of the day obekọ akoye saade no. Enti se minister na respond kra, you need to find a way to communicate to the minister to get a written you are supposed to get a written documentation that from the minister officially that you can at the end of the day do what? You can at the end of the day transfer the land to mine. But until you are able to get a written permission from the minister, you cannot. Now, point 3 now. The reason required under subsection 2 shall be sent to the applicant within 14 days to receipt of the request. So basically, point 4, a dispute between a minister and an applicant or a holder in respect of a decision of the minister under subsection 1 shall be referred for resolution under section 27. Point 5, subject to the other provision of this section, an undivided proportionate part of a minerals right or application for a minerals right may be transferred, assigned, mortgaged, or otherwise encumbered or dealt with. So basically, what the law says in the say, so okoja sase, naga se oko prospecting, okoja sase, naga se okoye mining, until obeji a written permission from the minister, documented and put on file. No, you don't have the right say obe transfer mobi. And I say, what about another company? Another man, you pay say, Omukrampo and mining or so, and someone perspective also. That is the basic statement here. It is a chairman, I want to make a brim forester. Say, Onuneko minia. Nobody has the right to prospect. In fact, chairman, I want to me license an original brim. It is census, it wasn't mining license, it was prospecting license. It was what? It was prospecting license. Chairman, I want to me in the first place. Okuta prospecting license, Okuta mining license. He does not have the right to mine. Now, my mention idea, the AC. Mr. S. Now, Chairman, want to me way the oil and say. Let me put his picture on the screen. Send a beya ubiabe hun kwasi ade awoye. This is not the picture I'm looking for. Now, Chairman, want to me with the oil and say. The AC or brim no. The chairman want to be in any. Okoji asasino. It is san oye no every part of Ghana. Ora virgin forest with prospecting license. Ora forest na or the force will room also quite prospecting. It will be 50 acres, 200 acres. Ora asasino na oria we try asasini piece. We try 10 acre, 5 acre, 20 acre, 12 acre. Or we are not or the Chinese for na ba. Or the Chinese for the bar. No man the Ghana for no. ABB companies, no more partner Chinese for no. What he does is say, technically, Assassino is under prospecting, which belongs to Eddie Akonta mining. Now, we try Assassino my Chinese for no. Now my Chinese for the Ghana for no a partner. Now, terms or no more corner say. Asasibiano or the more 350,000. That is the Ghana is kind of 3.5 billion. Or we are not catcher almost say every week go the biamu betunu Tuesday biano breaking day in Sanya Freno. Sagalam said no